Welcome to Jesse's Game Review Tips and Strategy, and today we're going to be doing an Arcanum build focused on a melee and backstab build. This video will cover 5 things. 1. Option settings. 2. Character builds. 3. Playstyle and mechanics. 4. Quest to get backstab, apprentice, and expert. 5. How to create the Pyrotechnic Axe. In the options setting, we want to set our default combat mode to fast turn base. This will allow you to go behind your opponent to perform the backstab attack. We also want to go to the video settings, and for floats, set the settings to verbose to allow you to see the damage output from attacking an opponent. Doing so allows you to know if you are actually performing a backstab attack or not. For the character build, for the race I chose a half orc with the beat up by ugly stick background. I chose this stats because it allows me to give me the right amount of strength and dexterity to start the game well, and enough intelligence so I can build a Pyrotechnic Axe in the later game. I put 2 points into backstab, 2 points into melee, and 1 point into the agility fire spell. And for my purchases, I started with the fine steel dagger and start the game. I have 9 points here for my character. This is on purpose just to showcase how to level up your character while you're leveling up. At level 1, this is how you start. And level 2, you want to put 1 point into melee so you get 100% accuracy on your attack. And then at level 3, you can put 1 point into backstab. And then level 4, you can put another point into backstab. And then level 5, you get 2 points at level 5, so you can put another point in backstab to max it out, and then 1 point into melee. And from here on, you're pretty much set. You'll have 4 points when you get reached level 9, and you want to save up these 4 points. The 4 points will be used to level up your tech, and I just prefer to not level this stuff up until I actually get the Pyrotechnic recipe to create the axe, just so Virgil doesn't have a hard time healing me because of having a higher attack aptitude early in the game. As I attack this monster, it did 4 damage. When I go behind him and attack, boom, I did 12 damage. That's an incredible backstab damage. This is why I love this build. You can just go behind your opponents, and the reason why we can do that to perform the backstab is because the option settings, we have set the combat mode to fast base turn, so I can actually go behind the enemies performing the backstab damage. And one thing I want to note is that you can only backstab with daggers until you get the expert level backstab, and I'll show you guys how to do that later in this video. Now for the melee mechanics, all melee does is it allows you to land a blow on your opponent, and it's actually quite important because if you miss, you can actually miss and hit yourself. Think of it like nunchucks. If you don't know how to use nunchucks and you swing around, that thing's gonna swing around and hit your face. And so the same thing and the same concept applies here. If you actually miss with the backstab, you can actually one-shot yourself or two-shot yourself. So just make sure that you do level that melee at level 2 so you get closer to that 100% accuracy, if not at a 100% accuracy, depending on your difficult setting set. I won't go too much more into the melee, but I just want to make sure that once you get the Shrouded Hills, you do talk to one of the guards and learn at least the apprentice level of melee, just so you get that +5 bonus to attack speed to all melee weapons that you use. Guys, I want you to click the like button and the subscribe button so I can continue to produce content like this in the future. Do not wait, do it now. You can do all the quests in Shrouded Hills to gain some experience, but make sure you don't accept the quest to remove the bandits at the bridge. Accept the quest from the bandit to destroy the wood stockpiles that Shrouded Hills is trying to use to build another bridge. Once you destroy the wood, go back and talk to the bandits. The bandits will now tell you about the Thieves Guild in Tarant, and now we can actually start that quest. I went ahead and removed the bandits to get the armor, and I headed towards Tarant. Once I get to Tarant, I sell some stuff. I do this side quest to get this ring for this guy, and then I go and talk to the mage to learn my apprentice backstabbing. Next, I go all the way back down here to talk to this gentleman right here between the building, and he tells me about the Thieves Guild. I go all the way to this building right here, which is the Thieves Guild, and I talk to the guy inside. He wants me to do a quest in order to join the Thieves Guild. I go to the building, wait till nighttime, and steal the key from the old man to steal the Tarant sewer maps. I walk all the way back to the Thieves Guild to return the sewer maps to join the guild. I go to the building nearby and talk to Mr. Black to learn the expert backstab skill. Next, I go to the warehouse down below. I talk to the guy in front of the warehouse, clear the rats for him, and while at the same time there's a treasure chest in there that has dwarven ores. take the dwarven ores. Turn the quest in and now go to the junk dealer to buy a oak handle. We're gonna make our way to the building next to the graveyard. Down the basement is the recipe for the Pyrotechnic Axe. There's some mechanical spiders that guards it. Make sure you save the game before you fight them, and also make sure you bring the extra weapon because your weapon could be destroyed during the fight. Destroy the treasure chest and pick up the Pyrotechnic schematics and learn the skill. Also, this corner store right here is the general store. If you haven't bought some fuel, go ahead and buy 2 fuel so we can create our axes. I just bought me another oak candle and now we're going to head to the wise woman. Here we can buy the essence of intelligence. Afterwards, we can start using our 4 points to level our tech skills. As you see, I'm leveling 1 point into the Molotov cocktail, 1 point into pure ore, 1 point into balanced sword, and 1 point into the featherweight axe. I can't level the featherweight axe because my intelligence is too low. I drink the essence of intelligence, which temporarily increases my intelligence by 10. I learned the featherweight axe and I learned my recipe. If you haven't learned your recipe to produce the Pyrotech axe yet, do so now. And now I can start producing the Pyrotech axe. Here is the Pyrotechnic Axe. It has attack speed of 5, but I have 10 because I have the apprentice melee. It does 1 to 12 damage, 1 to 9 fatigue damage, and 30 to 50 fire damage. And although it's not listed here, it has a minimum strength requirement of 10. Although I gave Virgil one of the Pyrotechnic Axe, he actually one-shots himself later in the game, and so if you want to give him the axe, just be aware that he can one-shot himself. This is the end of the build. If you guys have any comments or questions, leave that down below. If you guys have any interesting build, fun build, or just powerful build that you guys have preferred playing, leave that down in the comments. I love trying out new builds. I'm definitely looking forward to those. I'll just like to thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.
That's the way to show those bastards. Yes, sir.